If the Bible says that no weapon formed against me shall prosper, why am I still suffering? Normally I don't post more than one video a day, but I just felt in my spirit that somebody was searching for an answer to this question right now, and they need answers. So here I am to offer some insight. I've talked about this a little bit before, but I wanted to reiterate it for those who have not heard me say it. There's not going to be any suffering in heaven. There's no pain in heaven. God does not need you to suffer in order for you to learn things. That's not the purpose of suffering. So then I'm sure your next question is, well, then why am I suffering? Because I'd really prefer to opt out of this. Bad news is that it happens to everybody. It's inevitable because we live in a fallen world. This world has one thing that heaven does not have, and that is a battle. The Bible says that Satan is the god of this world because when Adam and Eve chose to disobey God, they basically handed him over the keys to the kingdom that was given to us in the first place. Remember when Jesus was being tempted by Satan himself? And Satan took him up to this high place and said, look at all of this. I can give it all to you because it has been given to me. So if we're in a battle, how do we defeat our enemy? For one, we use the weapons that God gave us to fight. Things like prayer and spiritual gifts, we use those to fight against our enemy. But another strategy, and one that I think is a lot less talked about, is that we need to weaken the enemy. How do we do that? You ever watched an action movie where, the bad guy comes at the hero and attacks them, and then the hero overcomes that enemy? What's the first thing they do? They take their weapon. They disarm them. They add that weapon to their own arsenal, and then they use it against the enemy. So when the Bible says that no weapon formed against you will prosper, that doesn't mean that you won't be attacked. All it means is that that weapon will not take you down. That you will overcome that enemy, you will strip him of that weapon, and you will use it against him. So sometimes when God allows things to happen, it's not because we did anything wrong. It's not because he's mad at us or he's punishing us for something. It's because he knows we're going to need those weapons because we are in a battle. James 1:2-4 says, consider it pure joy, my brothers, when you face trials of various kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work in you so that you may be mature and complete, lacking in nothing. Every battle you go through makes you stronger. Every time you overcome the enemy, it adds weapons to your arsenal. You can do this. Do not give up.